start citing people for sexting. There is a law on the books in Florida against sexting, but each district is now working to implement the law on its own. Minors cited for sexting in Charlotte County are going to be required to pay a fine, attend a class, or perform 8 hours of community service. The first sexting offense results in the citation. The second is considered a misdemeanor. The third sexting offense is considered a felony under Florida law. Take a good look. Do you know this guy who's got a taste for stylish clothes? Southwest Florida Crime Stoppers asking you to help find him. They say he stole more than 25 polo shirts from the American Eagle at Miramar outlets earlier this month. If you recognize him, you can call Crime Stoppers right now at 1-800-780-TIPS. You don't have to give your name, and you could get a cash reward. A controversial school bill moving forward in the state Senate. A state Senate panel passed it yesterday in Tallahassee. The bill is going to give families of students who get bullied in Florida a voucher to use taxpayer money to pay for a private school. A similar bill is already moving through the House of Representatives in Tallahassee, both chambers controlled by Republicans. Democrats on the state Senate Education Committee voted against this bill. Several have said they're concerned about expanding the use of private school vouchers in the state to use your taxpayer dollars to pay for things. The Cape Coral Charter School Authority has appointed a new superintendent. You're looking at her. Jacqueline Collins is going to step into this role permanently. She's been the interim superintendent ever since April. Collins will oversee more than 3,500 students and staff at 4 schools on 2 different campuses. Before this, Collins was a teacher for gifted and talented students, and then the principal at Krista McAuliffe Elementary School. Collier County commissioners approving a ballot referendum that would raise the sales tax by 1 full cent in Collier County. The decision is ultimately, though, going to rest in your hands as a voter in Collier County. That's who decides when the proposal will appear on the November ballot. Now, the tax would not apply to food or medicine. Supporters say the revenue would fund roads, bridges, and a VA hospital. The tax would end, they say, after 7 years if it's approved. Interesting story here, and we'd love to get your take on this. A Marco Island woman says she's in turmoil tonight after she hired a private investigator to find her missing son. But it turns out the adult son may not want to be found by her or reunite with her. So what are the obligations for a private detective in this kind of situation, and how does this affect you should you hire one? Should they tell the client where the missing person is if they're found? For In Your Corner's Carl Fortier checking into the issue. Carl?
She paid them $2,500, and to this day, she's not gotten any results.
Jeff Koschel says a year ago his girlfriend Annette hired a Marco Island private investigation agency called Island Eyes to find her missing son, who they haven't heard from since he called 2 years ago from Kentucky.
She wanted somebody to go there and physically try to find him and make sure he was okay.
An investigator with Island Eyes told me they couldn't comment on the case today, but that they do want to help find Annette's son.
A lot of times people just don't want to be found.
Private investigator Walt Zalisco, who isn't associated with the case, says there could be any number of reasons someone might want to cut off contact with family, but says an investigator should tell the family if he finds someone, even if they want to stay out of sight.
He doesn't really have a duty to comply with that request, because that subject is not his client. The parents are the client, so he has to reveal where that person is.
But he says there should be a signed contract when a detective is hired, and they should be keeping the client in the loop.
But they have to provide the client with a detailed report as well as a summary of their billing.
But Koschel says Annette is still waiting on any reports on the search for her son.
She just wants to get her money back so she can hire a detective that will get her some results.
Carl Fortier, Fox 4, In Your Corner.
Now, he also says a representative from Island Eyes did contact his girlfriend today and would try to provide more updates just as soon as he could, give her more on the efforts to find her son. Are you looking to change up your diet as a way to lose some weight and get healthier in 2018? A lot of us have these New Year's resolutions. Maybe even go vegan. Vegan diets exclude all animal products, but here's your chance to just sample it a little this Sunday at the 2nd Annual Veg Fest in Bonita Springs. This is an all-day outdoor event. Local vendors going to be serving up plant-based foods only. And the top doctor in the Lee Health System tells us a plant-based diet is healthier for you because it delivers better nutrition and it can help you get rid of a lot of toxins.
The foundation in and of itself is lots of vegetables. You know, think of eating the rainbow, as we say. Eat all the different colored vegetables. Eat a few fruits a day. But then oftentimes when you talk to people about eating plant-based nutrition, they'll say, well, how do I get my protein? There's actually more healthy protein in vegetables than in meat.
That's Dr. Sal Lacanina, who's going to be speaking at VegFest on Sunday. It's from 10 in the morning until 4 p.m. at Riverside Park in Bonita. This is a free event. It's going to have kids zones, a fitness stage, yoga classes, speakers, and animal rescues there. So there's something for the whole family, and I'm going to be there too from 2 to 4 p.m. So I hope to see you there. If you're not thinking about filing your taxes yet, you might want to think about getting it done now, like start tonight, seriously. Tonight, 4 in Your Corner's John Mattery showing you that this year it might save you a lot of headache if you do it early and save you some serious cash.
If there was ever a year to file your taxes as soon as possible, this is the year. That's because tax refund fraud could hit an all-time high in 2018 thanks to recent data breaches. The investing website Motley Fool says the recent Equifax breach potentially put millions of Social Security numbers into the hands of scammers, some of whom would love to file your tax refund for you. The report says the IRS has become better at stopping fraudulent returns the past few years, but says the problem could spike again this season in the aftermath of the Equifax breach. So the report points out that the IRS accepts only one tax return per Social Security number. If a scammer files under your number first before you do, your return will be rejected. You then have to go through a lengthy appeals process, which could take up to a year before you see your refund. The IRS will start taking returns on January 29th. You have till April 17th to file, which is 2 extra days this year. But if you expect a refund, you may want to file long before then so you don't waste your money. I'm John Mattery, Fox 4 in your corner.
Thank you, John. More money news for you. If you've got an e-checking account with Bank of America, get ready. They're going to start charging some customers. You have to receive a direct deposit of at least $250 or have $1,500 in your account to avoid a $12 monthly charge. But many lower income customers say those requirements are not attainable to them. A change.org petition now asking the bank to halt the changes, and it's now got 45,000 signatures on it. An email scam is targeting Netflix subscribers nationwide, including some here in Southwest Florida. People say they get suspicious calls or emails requesting updated account information, and they threaten to suspend your membership, but it's all phony. Once you click on the link, then you're taken to a fake Netflix page and then asked to enter your credit card information, where you're really hosed if you do that. The cyber thieves are stealing that information for fraudulent purchases. So if you've received a Netflix email and you think it might be a scam, just forward it to phishing. That's phishing at netflix.com.
Everyone voted Pinecone and the pony the most valuable warriors of the day. Pinecone threw her arms around the pony. "You're the best horse a warrior could ask for," she cheered.
You gotta love it. 4 in Your Corner morning anchor Chris Shaw doing his thing, getting in on National Reading Day. Chris heading out to the Boys and Girls Club of Immokalee in Collier County to read books to those kids who, as you can see, were rapt and listening on every word there. They also donated about 160 new books to the kids as part of our Scripps Foundation initiative. Scripps is the company that owns Fox 4, and the program serves kids from 5 to 16 years old. And I just posted on Instagram a picture of Chris in the studio. We never get to see him because he's always up here early in the morning, so it's nice when we cross paths. Great smile, making the day for the kids. Breast milk bust. A couple accused of getting moms to donate their breast milk in the name of a good cause, only to turn around and sell it for a profit. Who would do that? But first, where a penguin became a passenger. Wink. Looks like a cartoon, but it's real. On this rubber boat. You're watching